Hey, what's going on, my friends? What's going on? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I also have a mystery guest. Um, you may know him, you may like him. I don't know if you love him, but he is a media mogul in the online marketing world, a marketing master. Whose show is this? Yours or mine? I don't know. Anyways, please help me welcome Ryan Halpert to the show.
What's up, Dave? How's it going?
Can we get a split screen on this, or it's either one or the other, Jalen?
It is one or the other.
Okay, this is what a world-class media team provides is no split screen opportunities. But anyways, my friends, as we wind down Wake Up Legendary on Facebook here, which is really all that's happening, when I announced that Wake Up Legendary was going to be shutting down, which we released a video, of course, and people were scared, but also we had some haters. They were happy. They thought we were shutting down until they realized we were just moving to YouTube here with our show, or our daily content, right? And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about what you're missing, and hopefully we can give you a little bit of a break about the fact that you may think that you're lazy or that you're missing something. Besides a world-class media director like Ryan here, who, when you see him, we're filming here in the studio. I have him in studio. Put the camera on him again. He's actually right here with me, guys. He's actually in studio. I don't know. Should we just
do
this?
less?
Should we just do a double camera? Anyways, man, Ryan has come on as a student, and then a coach, and a marketer, and somebody who's now coached done 3,000
3,000
coaching clients
median
here within our organization. And so you've got a unique perspective about what people are missing and how they may beat themselves up about it being like they're lazy or something else. They're missing something. And one of the things that I wonder also about is this concept of you having an X factor for your marketing. And it's not just your content. When I talk about your marketing, your content's just or your videos or your emails, they're just a part of your content strategy, right? But this X factor thing that we've been talking about the last couple of days, that everybody has an X factor. It's just that your X factor may not be the X factor that you want it to be. And that once you embrace that X factor, you actually can start to kind of move more freely and soar. And I'll credit Dan Martell on that thought originally. But it really made me think, and I wonder what your thoughts are on that piece, as well as what else people are missing.
Yeah, it's something that I've discovered with a lot of people so many times, because they're always trying to be something they're not, because there's always this inclination to feel like my genuine self is like cringy or embarrassing or whatever it's going to be, or it's not going to be approved, or it's whatever the thought is, right? People are always trying to avoid being their genuine self. And like you were just saying, and actually originally when you explained this X factor thing to me, I was like, yeah, actually that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of, it makes perfect sense, because everybody has that thing about them, that unique thing and you might not be able to decide what it is, right? And you may not be able to choose that thing, but there's that one unique thing that when you utilize it or leverage it, it will really make you stand out a lot. It'll make you very entertaining. It'll make you very likable. It'll make you look a very positive way. And you got to kind of figure out what it is, though. I don't think you really just know what it is. So there's a little bit of digging to figure that out. But once you determine what this X factor is, you can start leveraging that, and then it'll get you much better results than just, trying to be something that you're not.
Yeah. And I mean, what's an example of like this X factor, right? Well, I mean, when I first came on, when I first came online, I was trying to, of course, do what everybody does, be everybody but me, and in my content, right? And there's part of, I think, you're allowed to have a persona in your marketing, but then I think that there's also there's also, it needs to be grounded in kind of your authentic self if you're building a personal brand, right? You can sort of throw gasoline on your personality or whatever your X factor is, but the more that it's rooted in your authentic self, the easier it'll be. The easier it'll be for you to stick with it, because it won't feel like work, right? And one of the reasons why Ryan and Jalen here are in studio today with me is because we're getting ready to we're filming a bunch of videos, content, YouTube, things of that nature. We're going to be dropping a video every single day over on the David Sharpe Live YouTube channel at 10 a.m. Eastern time moving forward. And we're getting a lot of content, and it's like it gives us an opportunity to be able to see kind of what our X factor is, right? And it's like, if I look back at my X factor back in the beginning, I started just talking about things that nobody was talking about on the internet yet, right? I was talking about my drug addiction, and I was at least in my industry, it was kind of shocking, right? Everybody was trying to be perfect. Everybody was trying to, it wasn't cool yet to talk about all your struggles in your content, right? And build a personal brand. But you're going to start to see some unique perspectives from our content. You're going to see some comedy, right?
Without a doubt, there's going to be some comedy in there.
Okay, you're gonna see some comedy. We're gonna have fun with it, and you're gonna we're even going to get a chance. Like, this is the thing about marketing, is that we may not have even discovered our X factor yet. That's interesting to me. We certainly haven't, as a team, right? Because now, after some years, I've got a few people here. We've got a media team, for Christmas sakes. We've got a company here. I've got some people around me, and so we'll get a chance to be able to discover what our X factor is, kind of as a team, right? And kind of what kind of content we can put out to make it look more specific to us, right? And I'm open to what that is. I think one of the things, and again, I gotta credit Dan on this piece as well. One of the things that I think is important to do, that oftentimes I forget, and I wonder what your thoughts are on this, is trying different formats. You guys are doing a lot of the same videos over and over again instead of trying new formats, right? And one of the things that we're really, really focused on with our videos here moving forward, which again, you'll see all of them being released starting August 1st. We'll send emails out about them so you guys can get into a habit of going over there on the YouTube to watch that content. And then we'll stream occasionally over there too. But you'll see kind of different looks at kind of how we're approaching our content, and in trying different formats is something that I oftentimes forget, right? In order to find your X factor, you need to try different things, right? And try different formats. And so originally, when we were talking about, starting to move to YouTube, I was even initially like, yo, let's get one format down and do the same format every day, right? And then it's like, I changed my mind about that to realize that in order to find our X factor with our content, basically the X factor is just something that takes off, right? You may have a video that goes viral. What was the X factor of that video? It probably looked a lot like the other ones. But trying new formats is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to kind of find your X factor. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there's a lot of different creators out there that I've seen that do like exactly like you said, right? You can go back to their oldest stuff and you can see where they were testing and trying lots of different things. And then they eventually, lean themselves into this one particular format that worked really well. There's one creator that I like to watch. Her name is Advice with Erin, and she does a lot of that acted sort of on, but by herself, sort of like she's one character over here, then the clip cuts and she's playing the other character, and then she might be a third character, and they're having a conversation, right? There's another guy I really like. I forget his name, but he builds PCs, and he always does kind of like a skit at the very beginning to kind of set the stage. And then he goes into some kind of educational voiceover where he's teaching about the computer that he's building. And so it's so easy to just kind of like take the most common thing, which is also the most competitive thing, and just kind of sit here at a desk and just deliver straight direct to camera talking. But those new formats, those different things that we're testing, I think really freshens it up a lot.
Yeah.
But it also gives us an opportunity to figure out, is there something we can do that is going to be different from everybody else that stands out? Because once we really started thinking about it, I mean, there's so many different ideas, even without looking at other people. Like just stuff we thought of on our own. That would be good.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a couple of things that you can do to find your X factor in your marketing. One thing that you can do is try different formats. Another thing that you can do is work with people, right? Get some other creators, even if they don't work for you, if they're not hired in your local area, to get together on a somewhat, even once, right? And just see what the vibe is, right? Like, because one thing that I found is that getting with other people brings out different parts of your creativity, really. And so if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you're putting out the same thing, I see this over and over. I've recorded 100 videos. I've recorded 500 videos, and they all look the same. Having a business is not about checking a box. So you have to try new formats, because ultimately, your business is the business that suffers if you don't try new formats. Try new formats, win, right? Or have the best chance to win. Do the same things over and over again, stay stuck, stay addicted to struggle, and wonder why things aren't working. I said that right there so it could be like a reel, right? Did you see how I did that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Right?
I was like, boy, he's going really smooth right now. This cat's going smooth, going for the clip.
Right. And I mean, one of the things that, and I kind of said, I never want to be recording in a way that we can't reuse something too. So, I mean, it's worth it also, especially for a lot of you who don't have a lot of time, to pre-plan, for example, a YouTube video, and then plan out the sections and be able to take the sections out of that long form video and clip them. I mean, we as, old marketers here with a little bit of gray in our beard, have to go over and look at the streamers, man, and see what they're doing. You can always learn. Two places that are always ahead, and these are weird to say together, but is the porn industry and the streaming industry. They're always ahead of all of the marketing stuff, right? Just in terms of getting, like, it's unbelievable what the streamers. There was a soccer game where they pulled out A-list celebrities, long form, short form content creators, and streamers out onto the field, and the streamers got the biggest applause.
Unbelievable.
Of anybody, right? So what do streamers do? Well, they stream, and then they take the viral moments of their stream and they clip them, and they distribute those all over the internet. And other people take and distribute those on their profiles because they're kind of viral moments, right? So for you, if you want to try to discover your X factor while taking your game to the next level, plan out a long form video. Start approaching your business more intelligently by planning out your content, and then planning out a longer form video to be able to have shorter form clips in that video, and begin to distribute those and start trying some different formats in those videos. Meaning, do something while you're talking, be fidgeting. I had a baseball yesterday, but I was fidgeting with a baseball, right? I mean, obviously I've messed with hats. Hats are always around. I'm throwing them, I'm playing with them, I'm wearing them. Walking around, being in your car. I mean, it's important that you get a good shot and you get good audio. But the back and forth actor thing that you just talked about, I mean, how many different people have done that and been successful with it? I've seen tons. And so, final thoughts. What do you tell somebody today about if they feel like they're missing something, what's the one thing that you would tell them to start in order to try to discover what it is?
Yeah. Look at your past 10 videos or 100 videos or however many you've got, and try to make your next 10 be something totally different from anything you've already tried. So instead of doing the same exact thing that's not been working in the same exact setting, from the same angle, with the same lighting, about the same topic, do something different that you haven't done yet and see what that does. And then do that 10 times, right? So you're going to take a totally new, brand new, fresh idea, something you saw from somebody else or something you came up with on your own. Do that 10 times. And then do something different 10 times, something different 10 times. And in that amount of time, you should be able to find something that does well. If you're somebody that's sitting here that's never gotten results, do that. And you'll be able to find some kind of an X factor. Maybe you'll find something that you're really good at. Maybe you'll find something you really like doing. But one way or the other, at least you're changing it up, right? It's not just the same boring crap that we already know isn't going to work. It's something fresh.
Yeah. Do it, people. Do it. It's worth it, and have a little fun while you're doing it. Look, meet us in Nashville. We're going to be there. The date's coming up soon. You've still got a chance to be able to book your room. Tickets are almost sold out. We're going to have to kind of close it down here soon. So grab your ticket. Meet us there in Nashville. And bring yourself, get a cowboy hat there. And if you don't have one, we might even have one for you. I know we passed out cowboy hats last time at the party. The parties that we throw are next level. It's going to be a lot of fun too. Just very comfortable, very laid back, great people, great time, very comfortable setting in the room and everything. Just there's no weird, awkward anything. It's all about you and giving you a great experience, great networking opportunity, and putting people up on the stage to present for you with behind the scenes slides and screenshots and overviews that are really going to help you to solve the problems that you need to solve today to get your business to the next level. So meet us there in Nashville. Go to legendarymarketermastermind.com/Nashville. And with that being said, get out of here. Get. Peace.